come a long, long way. Made a lot of mistakes, but I'm breathing, breathing. That's right, and I made it, made it. This time I'm a little run down. I've been living out loud. I can beat it, beat it. That's right, 'cause I'm feeling, feeling invincible.
Aloha friends, this is Tito Kang for this edition of the Lolination blog on this fabulous Fridays. And yes, I am out here and I promised you that I would come back to you on Wednesday, but lo and behold, I got engrossed into reading Think and Grow Rich and unfortunately did not get that post out to you because it really made me think. Now, the topic of this week is burning desire, and I've promised you that I was going to revisit Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill back in the 1930s, way long time ago. And it's amazing to me how the principles that were stated way back then still work out today. Now, Napoleon Hill talked about burning desire being a state of mind. He says that wishing does not bring riches. And this is really important. As I told you on Tuesday, I should say, and I've written to all of you who have subscribed to my blog, that the focus of this season number 3, and it's not season number 2, I made a little mistake there, season number 3, we are going to be speaking about financial balance and physical balance, which is your fitness and your finance. I believe going into this economy of ours, heading into this changing world of ours, and if you haven't noticed that the world is changing, it requires for us to put ourselves in a state of mind that is different. Now, the interesting part is that when you reread the books, and I love biographies, that's what I want to share with you, the biographies that I've read, the basic principles still stay the same. There's a common theme that extends the history of the world. Now, in Napoleon Hill, he talks about wishing does not bring riches. And riches is going to be important because in this changing economy, in this financial conundrum that we're finding ourselves in, there is something that it's made available. There is a changing world that sets in front of it a sea of opportunity, should you decide to go and grab it. Now, he speaks about burning desire, but also persistence, all right? Persistent, he says, does not require or recognize failure, okay? Persistent does not recognize failure, which will bring riches, okay? A persistent that does not recognize the fact that you are going to fail will bring riches. Now, a good friend of mine, Rich Crossan, has posted on his Facebook, and I love it. You know, success is failure in progress, or failure is success in progress. That rhymes better. I think that's so amazing because we have been taught in school that somehow failing is not good. However, as I've mentioned in the past blogs, that we failed all of our lives, and the faster we fail, the more we fail, the better we become, the more we evolve. Now, I'm going to share with you what in the Burning Desire chapter that Napoleon shares with us, the 6 steps that is essential for bringing riches. And now, if you're ready for this, if you've read Napoleon Hill a long time ago, this is a good revision. Somebody said to me as well, is that it's fun to get reminded. Most of the time, teachers don't teach new things. You're just reminded because the basic truth, the basic principles have stood the test of time. So here are the 6 steps. He says, first of all, to bring riches into your life, you have to fix the amount. And that's a psychological reason. You can't just say, I want lots of money, or I want to make money. You have to fix an amount, and that amount changes from one person to another. That amount is very personal. All right? That amount you set. What will set for you a balanced life financially? You fix that amount in your head. Now, the second step, this is very key. Determine what you intend to give in return. What you intend to give. There's nothing for nothing. You've heard that. There's nothing for free. You have to give. But what you give is either of your time, of your skill set, of your competence. I like to say that we want to give value. We find what our God-given gifts have been bestowed upon us so that we can share that value within the world. And once you determine what you intend to give, that is when you will start to receive. Third step is establish a definite date when you intend to possess the dollar amount that you've just set. So establish a definite date when you intend to possess the dollars. You can't just say, I want it sometime in the future, I want it in the next couple of weeks. That's not definite enough. It creates a simple reaction into your subconscious, is that your subconscious holds that date clear. It anchors it down and forces your brain power, your computer brain, to go into active overdrive. And it happens, and it still happens to me a lot of the times. When I start putting on a definite amount, a definite date which I want to achieve that amount, and I can say with 100% conclusion that every time I've taken those steps, those definite amounts have landed. They have landed at the date, give or take a day or two before or after my time that I have set. 4, create a definite plan. It's easy to dream. One of my quotes that I have said is that dreams are goals without an action plan. That's all it is. And what people fail to do is they dream and wish. If you dream and wish, nothing will come upon you. You have to create a definite plan to go grab it. All right? So the 5th step is to write out a clear and concise statement. Now, you've talked it through, you've kind of jot down your ideas, you fix your amount, you determine what you intend to give, you establish a definite date, and with the definite amount that you want to get, you create a definite plan. Now you got to take all that down and write it. The act of writing it, to putting pen to paper, or in our case, keyboard strokes to the screen, makes a conclusion into your brain. It makes an agreement into your subconscious that is so powerful. So you write out a clear and concise statement of the amount of dollars you want to acquire, name the time limit. You have to name the time limit for its acquisition, and then you state what you intend to give in return for the dollars you want to receive, and then you describe your plan. All right? So you write that out on a piece of statement. Now that piece of statement, what do you do with that? That's step number 6. Step number 6, basically, you take that piece of statement and you read that statement twice daily. Once in the morning when you wake up, once at night. Once at night, why is that? Because that's the idea you're going to feed your subconscious. We have discussed this before. 95% of your actions are being decided upon by your subconscious. So what is it that you feed your subconscious? A lot of people go to bed listening to the news, listening to how the world is ending, how the financial economies is down, how many people have been killed, how many car accidents you've had. Now, there are news that's really important for you to get. If it's news that helps you on your success journey, you should definitely take a listen to those. But before you go to bed, read that statement. That anchors it in. It solidifies it when your subconscious. And what happens is when it festers in your subconscious for the 7 to 8 hours of sleep, when you recharge your brain and your body, your brain goes into active drive and starts thinking about solutions, about ideas that's going to help you achieve the level or the definite plan that you set and to reach the amount. You always awaken. You're like, one of the proverbs in French is like, the night brings you counsel. Why does the night bring you counsel? Because your subconscious goes to work. Oh, so your subconscious goes to work. Imagine that. You're getting things done while you're sleeping. Isn't that what you've always wanted to achieve? And I'm giving you the secret right now. And that secret has stood the test of time. In fact, it stood since the 1930s, and it's been set by a lot of successful people. In fact, 500 of them that Napoleon has interviewed back in the day. But that's for another blog. Now, you want to read that, and you want to read that also in the morning as soon as you're awake. Why do you want to do that? Then you get your conscious mind, and you can start putting your conscious mind, the ideas and the vision that you have with the plans, and then your conscious mind goes into work. Okay, what is it do I need to do? What is it I need to embark upon? And you'll find it very powerful for you to act upon and create some significant success. So those are the 6 steps. Write them down, go back and review this video, listen to it. In fact, just go buy the book. It's in chapter number 1. A burning desire is a state of mind, okay? And wishing does not bring riches. You must have a clear and definite plan, and you have to remember that persistent does not recognize failure, a persistent that does not recognize failure, will bring riches. I'm going to leave you with this. I told you it's a changing world, right? It's a changing world. And this changing world requires practical dreamers who can and will put their dreams into action. Let me repeat that again. This changing world requires dreamers, practical dreamers, who can and will put their dreams into action. Napoleon Hill wrote that back in the 1930s, just before the explosion and the Industrial Revolution, as you can see where we are here today with iPhones, with big planes, and all these impossible dreams that people have once called impossible. All right? So I invite you, be that practical dreamer. Set out right now. Follow the 6th step, and dream and put your dreams into action. And remember, as always, your past brought you to where you are here today. So wherever you are here today, accept it. Accept your past. Be at peace with it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to renege it, refuse it. Accept it. However, today is a new day. Today is when you pick up and you start to learn and you find new stuff, just like some ideas. Maybe you've heard this before, that what I've shared with you, but you're hearing it again and it's striking you at the right moment. It's striking you where you need it. And you're going to take this, you're going to start to do, you're going to start to take action. Then you will define who you will become tomorrow. You will define your future. This is Tito Kang saying, wow, was this a bam-digous segment for the burning desire. And it sounds like, for me to really get into this, for me to really provide you the value, I'm going to send an email out to my list on Monday. On Tuesday, I'm going to blog out the ideas for you. And on Friday, you will get the second excerpt. So 3 hits from yours truly, bam-digiously, away to you, if you decide to go on and jump in as a subscriber to my newsletter, and some more sharing about how I am transforming. I am transforming in the next 90 days. I've given myself a 90-day challenge, and that's more about that next week, okay? This is Tito Kang saying, aloha, mahalo, until next time, and to your prodigious success.